Do you remember the last time you went down a flight of stairs? Without thinking about your knee? Without gripping the handrail like it's mandatory? Without turning sideways? Without placing one foot and then the other like you're afraid? And without that annoying sharp twinge right here at the front of the knee? For a lot of people after 60, stairs aren't just stairs, especially going down. They've become a daily negotiation with your own body. And what bothers me most is this. So many people accept it and think, it's my age, what can you do? But I need to tell you something important today. That stair pain isn't a life sentence. It's a signal. A signal that your knee is being forced to do the job alone. Because the muscles that should be protecting and stabilizing it, especially your hip and glute muscles, aren't doing their part properly. Today, I'm going to show you 5 simple, safe, science-based exercises with a glute focus that help a lot if you feel knee pain when using stairs. We use these a lot in physical therapy for knee rehab. No gym, no expensive equipment. And we'll start with the gentlest ones so we don't irritate the knee. We're going to do this in a countdown, from exercise 5 to 1. And I saved the most powerful one for last because it improves something almost nobody trains: control. And that changes everything when you're going down steps. And stick with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal a bonus that most people never learn. The right way to go up and, especially, go down stairs so it hurts less. Sometimes immediately. It's a simple tip, but once you apply it, you stop grinding your knee with every single step. Before the exercises, let me quickly explain why going downstairs almost always hurts more than going up. And this is biomechanics, not opinion. When you go up, you push your body upward. But when you go down, your body has to do the opposite. It has to break your body weight on every step. And the main muscle doing that, braking, is the quadriceps, working in an eccentric mode. The muscle contracts while it lengthens. And research shows that people with patellofemoral pain at the front of the knee, often have more difficulty controlling that eccentric braking from the quadriceps during stair descent compared to people without pain. Now here's the key point a lot of people ignore. Hips and glutes. If your glutes, especially the gluteus medius, don't stabilize well, the knee tends to collapse inward, and stairs become an even bigger trigger. That's why clinical guidelines for patellofemoral pain recommend combined hip plus knee exercises to reduce pain and improve function. And even when the issue is osteoarthritis, the guidelines are still clear. Exercise is a core treatment to reduce pain and improve functional ability. Tell me in the comments, do you do any kind of physical exercise? Or are you sedentary? I want to know. If you commit to doing these exercises for 2 weeks, you'll already notice a big difference in knee pain when going up and down stairs. Now, 2 quick safety rules so you can do this with confidence. Strong pain is not acceptable. If needed, reduce the range of motion, use more support, or do the easier version. Sharp pain, locking, a feeling that the knee is giving way, or a big worsening afterward. Pause and seek an evaluation. This video doesn't replace a consultation with a doctor or physical therapist for an individualized plan. Deal? Then let's start with the gentlest exercise to wake up the glutes and prep the knee without irritating it. Exercise number 5, the bridge. I like starting with this because it's a safe way to activate the glutes without putting impact on the knee right away. And that matters on stairs because when the glutes are asleep, the knee ends up trying to compensate. And on the way down, that compensation often turns into pain. Lie on your back, on the floor, or a firm bed. Bend your knees and keep your feet planted hip-width apart. Now pay attention to this detail. Before you lift, stick your feet to the floor and think about pushing the floor away, like you're trying to slide the floor forward, but without letting your feet move. Lift your hips slowly until you form a line from your shoulders to your knees. At the top, squeeze your glutes for 2 seconds, like you're holding a coin between your butt cheeks. Then lower slowly, controlled, without dropping. You should feel it more in your glutes and the back of the hips. If you feel it in your lower back, it's almost always because you lifted too high or arched your spine. If that happens, lower the height a bit and keep your abs gently engaged, like you're closing your ribs without flaring your chest. Do 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps. If it's easy, hold for 3 seconds at the top. And if you're feeling more sensitive today, it's totally fine to make the movement smaller. Less height. What matters here is waking up the glutes with good quality without irritating the knee. Perfect. Now that the glute max is officially in the game, let's move on to the exercise number 4, the clamshell. It activates the gluteus medius, the muscle that helps keep the knee aligned when you step on a stair. Lie on your side, with your knees bent and your feet stacked on top of each other. You can rest your head on your arm or on a pillow and try to keep your torso really steady without rotating your body backward. Now think like this. This exercise isn't about lifting high, it's about activating the right muscle with control. Keeping your feet touching, you're going to open the top knee slowly, like a clamshell opening. Lift only as far as you can without letting the hip rotate backward. Then hold for 1 second at the top and lower slowly. The movement is small, but the sensation is usually very clear. You'll feel it working on the side of the hip, right in the gluteus medius area. And why does this matter for stairs? Because this is the muscle that helps prevent the knee from caving in when you step on a stair. And that misalignment is one of the most common reasons for overload and pain, especially on the way down. A very common mistake here is the body starting to cheat. The person throws the hip backward to open more. If you notice that, back off a bit and make the movement smaller. Better to do it smaller and feel the right muscle than to go big and not activate anything that matters. Do 2 sets of 12 to 15 reps on each side. If it's easy, hold 2 seconds at the top. If it's hard, reduce the range and keep the slow rhythm. The goal is to wake up stability, not just get tired for the sake of it. Now that the side of the hip is more active, let's go to the next one. Exercise number 3. Sit down slowly, breaking. This is where we start training the control you need, especially to go downstairs with less pain. Sit on a firm, stable chair, preferably with a seat height that lets you plant your feet well on the floor. Scoot a little closer to the front of the seat. Keep your feet hip-width apart and think of one simple thing. Today the focus isn't standing up, it's the break on the way down. Now stand up normally. And when it's time to sit, instead of dropping, you're going to lower yourself very slowly, as if you're trying to do the movement in slow motion. Mentally count 3, 4, 5 seconds going down. And when you're almost touching the seat, take a tiny pause, half a second, and only then sit and relax. Then stand up again and repeat. As you lower, keep your chest slightly leaned forward like you're sending your hips back. This is important because it shifts more work to the glutes and spares the knee. And pay attention to alignment. The knee points more or less toward the second and third toes without letting it cave inward. You should feel your thigh working, and especially the glutes helping control the movement. If you feel pain in the knee, the first thing is to reduce the range. You don't need to go down as deep. You can also use your hands on the chair for support, just enough to take a little weight off and keep control without pulling everything with your arms. Do 2 sets of 6 to 10 reps, and here's something worth gold. It's better to do 6 perfect reps, very slow, than to do 15 with momentum. This break is exactly what's missing when we go downstairs and the knee complains. Now let's go to exercise number 2, the front step, very low. It should be very controlled, because now we're going to start training the stair pattern the right way. Now let's go to exercise number 2, the front step. And here I want you to understand something important. For those who feel knee pain, the secret isn't stepping up strong. The secret is controlling the descent, because that's where the knee usually complains the most. You'll need a low step. It can be the first step of a staircase, a step platform, or even a very firm and safe book, as long as it doesn't slip. And if you have a handrail or a chair next to you, even better. Support here isn't weakness, it's smart. Place one foot on top of the step and keep the other on the floor. Step up, bringing your weight through the middle of the foot, without pushing only with the toes. Then comes the main part. Go down slowly. Instead of falling to the floor, you're going to break the descent in 3 seconds, touching the heel to the floor lightly as if you're landing, not slamming. During the movement, think of 3 simple adjustments. The chest slightly leaned forward, the hips steady, and the knee pointing toward the second and third toes. If the knee wants to cave inward, reduce the step height and make it smaller, but keep it aligned. You're going to do 6 to 10 reps on each side for 2 sets. And between one side and the other, take a short break. If the knee is more sensitive today, you can do fewer reps and focus only on the quality of the descent, because that's what will help you go downstairs with less pain in daily life. And now we're going to exercise number 1, the most powerful for people who feel pain on stairs, the side step. It activates the gluteus medius a lot and improves knee stability in a way most people never train. And that's exactly what protects the knee on stairs. We've arrived at exercise number 1, the side step. I left it for last because, for many people, it's the one that changes the game the most on stairs, especially when the knee tends to cave inward and you feel instability or pain on the way down. This movement wakes up the gluteus medius in a very direct way, and that's the muscle that helps keep the leg aligned when you step and when you break your body on a stair. You're going to use the same low step, and again, if you have a handrail or a chair next to you, use it for light support. Stand sideways to the step. The foot closest to the step goes up on it, and the other stays on the floor. Now, instead of stepping up forward, you're going to step up sideways. Step up slowly, bring your body up, and bring both feet onto the step if that feels comfortable. And now comes the most important part, the descent. Step down with control, touching your foot to the floor lightly, like you're placing the foot down and not slamming it. During the movement, keep your hips steady and avoid letting the knee point inward. Think of the knee following the direction of the foot and feel the side of the hip working. If you don't feel the glute and you only feel the knee, lower the step height, reduce the range, and go slower. Because in this exercise, slow and aligned is worth more than high and fast. Do 2 sets of 6 to 10 reps on each side. And if you're more sensitive today, you can start with 4 to 6 reps and increase as the days go by. The goal isn't to prove strength, it's to build control. And control is what helps you go downstairs with more safety and less pain. Now that you've done the 5 exercises, I'm going to give you the bonus I promised, the tip that many people never learn, the right way to go up and down stairs. On the way up, think of 2 things: chest slightly forward and push the step through your heel, like you're activating the glute, not pulling everything with the front of the knee. On the way down, keep 2 more in mind: knee aligned with the foot, pointing toward the second and third toes without caving inward, and go down, breaking, slower, placing the foot on the floor without dropping onto the step. Had you already noticed these details in your posture while using stairs? Now do this. Test this routine for 7 days in a row. You don't need to overdo it. Do it calmly, with control, and respecting your body. The goal here isn't to push, it's to train the glutes and the control that protect the knee on stairs. And after those 7 days, come back here and tell me in the comments, did it hurt less going up or going down? And from 0 to 10, how much did it improve? I read the comments, and that helps a lot of people who are just starting now. And if you want a more structured path, with a ready and progressive routine to relieve knee pain and build strength safely, I left the Knee Pain Relief Codes program in the link in the first pinned comment. Go check it out. If this video helped you, leave a like and subscribe to Physio Tips, because here I only bring simple, safe, practical exercises to help you gain strength and confidence day to day. See you in the next video.